What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Wars. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to be doing a options recap on Microsoft, Snap, Square, and UPSD, and we're going to be looking at the morning reversals and breaking it all down. So thank you very much for being here. And as always, what we're going to start off with first is checking the audio. Okay, audio is good. And I'm going to get you guys to let me know where you're tuning in from tonight. And I'm going to throw some of you guys on the screen. And we are going to entice some of our friends to come for treats. Milk and cookies plus Santa. That might work. All right, so here we go. So we have Mike Jones from Hialeah. Is the sound okay, guys? Let me know. Sorry, someone said it was echoing, so please let me know. Mike from Tampa. Mike, and how many Mike? What's going on here? Did I just do like 25 mics? Holy moly, a lot of mics in this world. Sylvia from Miami. Handsome Dan from H Tizzle. Eric from San Francisco. Brendan from Dallas. Burning Alfalfa from Minnesota. David from Orlando. Boom, 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 boom. Armando from New York. And Alexander from Boston. And let's do one more. Okay, one more. Here we go. Bryce from Dallas. All right, so welcome everyone. Appreciate you guys being here as always. And let's get into the picks. All right, so the first pick that we have on schedule today is Microsoft. So I want to talk a little bit about fading today. I've taught you guys many times about reversal trading, but definitely feels like in this market, there is a lot of fading happening and something to be prepared for, something to use if you want to be a reversal type of trader. But it's also very important if you're a bull to be actually using that to help you take targets, right? So just coming into today, we're going to hit the market replay. We can see that Microsoft closed with an inside bar on the daily yesterday. So that's why Microsoft came to my attention, because we're looking for, after this type of consolidation, one full day of basically being trapped within the previous day's range, like similar to this, we're looking for some type of expansion. So you could see right here, this is kind of what a beautiful, like a perfect inside bar play looks like. Have a nice consolidation, then we have a few days up, and then you get in somewhere in the middle of the candle here with your inside trigger on the drill down somewhere down here, or just taking the trigger above. And that's kind of what we want to see. But that being said, obviously not every single play is going to be like that, but we could still make some good money, scale out, and move our stops up to allow us to still, to still earn something on the trades. Okay, so here we go. So while Microsoft is consolidating like this on the daily chart, with this inside bar, what do you guys think is happening to option premiums? So while we're consolidating like this, do you think option premiums are decaying or option premiums actually increasing? What do you guys think is happening throughout the 17th of August, which was yesterday, right? What do you guys think? So decay, crush. Let me just throw some guys up here. Decay, getting wrecked. Beautiful. Okay. So with that information, we're coming into the chart and we're like, okay, well, options took a hit. The premiums got chopped up. So let's look for opportunities to actually take trades on Microsoft, because we're looking for some type of expansion today, right? So let's hit the first bar. Boom. So there we go. So we have the first 5-minute bar. So the very first setup here, help me out, guys. What do you think the very first setup on Microsoft is today? What is the very first setup on the 5-minute chart? What is a way that we can enter this trade based on everything that I teach you guys? What do you guys think? How can we enter this trade right off of the first 5-minute bar? What can we do? Orb. Yes. So I see opening range breakout. Very, very good. Another thing that we can do, like I teach you guys, is we can take the Fibonacci, these techniques from my book, take the Fibonacci from the low to the high, push it across. And as you can see here, we came pretty close to the 786. So you can definitely see some algos filling in down here and also some algos shorting up here. So a lot of algo play on the edges of the range because they get a good risk to reward. So there we go. We're going to hit play. Boom. So there's the opening range breakout. We break above the high and we break above the trigger level also. And boom, we have great follow through right there, guys. That can pay the bills right there. Opening range breakout, trigger, beautiful. Nice, two simple plays. And then as we always say, right, usually two legs up, you're going to be looking for some type of reversal. So we can see here a push, a little pullback, a tiny pullback, and then a second leg up. So right around here is when we have to be thinking about reversals. So how can we use a reversal? Well, we can use another technique that I teach you guys on expanding the range of the previous day. We could take the low to the high and we can push it across and see where the completion of these Fibonacci's can be. And you can see right when we come up to the 618, we start getting a lot of rejection, right? So if you're a reversal trader, that is one of your cues right here. You could see a large inverted hammer. Look at this inverted hammer, long wick on the top. We could clearly see short pressure there. So that was your cue if you want to take a candlestick to just short right there. Pretty good risk to reward, risk the high of the day right there. And then boom, come down, right? We retest. So this is the retest of this high, right? And we also retest the breakout. So we retest both sides. And then, from this retest, what happens is the bears take full control, right? Boom. So the bears take over there, and then we continue to roll over into the close, right? So there we go. So, I mean, very fair day. I feel like everybody had opportunities. We even had a very beautiful fractal inside bar sitting at the top of the... Hold on a second, guys. Let me see. One sec, guys. I got to get the door. I'm sorry. Give me a second. My bad. So that's what happens when you're doing live streams, guys. So we had Santa Claus come by, dropped off the cookies and the milk for you guys. You guys are lucky individuals. You guys get those cookies and the milk for free. So there we go. So right at the top of the range, like I was saying, we had the inside bar right there, fractal trading. And then let's just go into the Discord and let's just make sure that that alert came through for you folks. So there we go. The Microsoft alert down here. So you could see there was that Microsoft alert right there at 10:35. So yep. So there we go. Beautiful trades. I think it's very fair on Microsoft. So hit me with a 1 if you guys understand Microsoft and you guys are comfortable with it. What do you guys think? Boom. Okay, I see the ones. All right, so now hit me with a 2 if you want to level up now. Hit me with a 2 if you want to level up and you want me to show you some secret Fibonacci setups here, blow your mind, okay? We're going to go into detail here with my book and try to just rip it for you guys, all right? So here we go. All right. So when we came to the top right here of this range, right, we had the Fibonacci extension drawn like this. So wait, is it really that perfect? Did I make a mistake? Hold on a second. Let me put it exactly. So the high of the previous day was 293.43. And okay, there we go. That looks like I know it didn't touch exactly. Okay, so we knew the extension was right around here, and we got the candlestick confirmation. So now we can start looking at what we call the reversal Fibonacci. So this is the reversal Fibonacci. This is the opposing leg. So this is a concept I talk about in a book called the opposing leg. So this is the opposing leg. When we have a micro push down, so you could see we had a push. We had a push from highs to low. Right off of this initial morning leg. And this lines up with the concept that we know of the morning reversal. So what we can do here for a good low risk entry is we can take the Fibonacci from the high to the low And you can see right here, guys, almost a picture perfect 786 rejection right there, right? And right here is where I'm going to turn off the stream because I can't be disclosing all of this information because it's just insane. So here we go. Rejection at the 786 and trade exactly perfectly to the 618 extension. Exactly, perfectly, beautifully. Just amazing. Just amazing, okay? And check this out. So we had the rejection on the 786, trade to the 618. These are the bulls stepping in again. And this right here lines up with low to high here. Boom, a 618 there, right? So this is how you get, this is what we're calling this Fibonacci stacking. We have the opposing leg completion, high to low, completion right around here on the 618, and we also have the 618 of the range of the day. This is what we call a high probability setup right on this, in this range right here. And to make things even better, guess what? We have a confirmation candle as well. We have a beautiful hammer bar. Look at this beautiful hammer bar here, guys. So that was another beautiful opportunity. And then from there, what can we do? Well, we had this first leg, boom. So now we can draw the sequence leg from high, pull it down to this low here, okay? And then look at this. So we had high to low, pull back to the 382, trade exactly to the 272, and then guess what happens now, okay? Let me pull this all the way. Let me pull this all the way down. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Do you see this, guys? This is just impressive. Look at that. See that? Double rejection on the 786, almost to the penny. Like exceptionally beautiful. And this is where you could just see, this is why we had such a huge sell-off right here. We could see the short sellers loading in on the 786. Wham, wham. Look at this. Beautiful. Almost picture perfect. Like it doesn't get any better than that. And because of all this short pressure coming in here, guys, once we take out the bull buyers, which were here and here, we just have this sell-off into the close. So just absolutely stunning. I love it. This is why I try to teach you guys the Fibonacci. And I want you guys to learn this so you can see things in a different way. You can get information that other people don't have, guys. This, guys, it's not this, okay? It's not this, guys. It's not. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. It's not this. It's not. This is hindsight here, guys. This is hindsight. Trust me. I've been in this game for a long time. That's hindsight. Use the Fibonacci to mark out the extensions. Use the Fibonacci to predict where the price action can happen before it happens. That's how you trade like a professional. Don't wait for the trend line to break and all this stuff. By the time you do that, you've already missed the move. By the time you finish drawing your lines and it breaks through, you've already missed the move. Look at this. Let me ask you guys an honest question. So let's say we're using, you know, what people like to call, let's say this is called a falling whatever wedge. So here we go. So it looks pretty nice, right? Like I drew these lines here. Looks pretty nice. So if we use the Fibonacci, okay, we can see that this is the 618 completion here, right? So would you rather have a limit order on the 618 there, or would you rather wait until you have the break of this trend line you drawn and entering here? Which one would you guys rather? Hit me with a 1 for that. Hit me with a 2 for that one. What do you guys think? Like, and if you want to play the option games, if you want to play the options game, guys, you have to be able to anticipate moves before they come. You can't wait around. You can't wait around. By the time you wait around, the move's already gone 30%, 40%. Like, that's the whole point. That's why I'm here almost every single day. Like, I want to be watching TV right now and relaxing. You know what I mean? I had a long day, but I gotta speak what I have to speak, because if I don't speak it, then someone else is gonna sell you a spoon and fork. You know what I mean? It's crazy. All right. So let's move on to the next one, Snap. Right? And what I'm trying to say, guys, is it's not about if the Fibonacci works 100% of the time or the spoon and fork works 100% of the time. It's not about that. It's about what is going to get you the best bang for your buck. What's going to get you the best deal? Well, obviously, if you're looking ahead of the game and if you're using limit orders, you're going to get a better entry, right? You can get a better entry. But if you're going to wait for your wedges and all that stuff, and then you get in late in the game, you're already putting yourself at a disadvantage. And I just want you guys to make it to a point where you don't have to win 100% of your trades to make money. You can win 30 or 40% of your trades and make money if the risk to reward is on point. So before we go on to the next topic here, let's just ask this question. So if we have a 2-to-1 risk to reward, so we're risking $100 to make $200, how many trades out of 100 do we need to win? What do you guys think? And let me just go back here so we can illustrate a risk to reward, because I think that's not talked about enough. So 34 out of 34, 34, 34. Good. Great. So let's use this as an example. Okay. So let's say your pattern or whatever it is to wait for this falling wedge and then take once we close above the wedge, you're going to go long. Okay. So say you go long there, and then you're going to put your stop loss at the bottom of the wedge. Okay, guys, this barely gets you to a little bit more than 1 times your risk, a little bit more than that. That means you got to be 50% accurate at least to break even. Okay, but what about this? What if we use our knowledge of the Fibonacci? Okay, we know we can come in the 618. So let's come in on the 618 and let's risk at the measured move down here. Okay, now look at this. Basic almost 3 times. So do you guys see the difference there? In one, you're making 1.2, and in one, you're making 2.9. That's more than double. Right? So now, in this situation, you only need to win between 30 or 40%. And in this situation, you need to win between 50 and 60%. And here is the other problem. Because most of you guys are trading options. So if you're going to get the calls on the break here, do you guys think the calls are going to be expensive here? Or if we get the calls when it's falling into the Fibonacci, which calls are going to be cheaper? Okay, hit me with a 1 if this calls are going to be cheaper than this calls. Okay, hit me with a 1 if you think that. Hit me with 2 if no. So there is a synergy. This is what I wrote in my book. There's a synergy between Fibonacci and options. The synergy is this. The Fibonacci allows you to buy on the pullback. Okay? So it's pulling into you. So the premium is going to be cheaper versus if you're going to go in the break, then guess what? You're going to get in with a high premium already. And what I'm trying to illustrate here is it doesn't matter if you win or you lose. What matters is this. When you win, how much are you winning compared to your losers? One of the situations is going to get you to possibly 2 or 3 times your loser, and the other one is barely going to get you to 1. So that's why I don't like when I see all this stuff, because I feel like it's really putting some traders at a disadvantage. And that's my honest opinion. All right, so let's move on. So hit me with a 3 if your mind was blown on those Fibonaccis. I mean, it's just this whole thing was a Fibonacci. This initial entry was a Fibonacci. This extension was a Fibonacci. This pullback was a Fibonacci. This afternoon push was a Fibonacci. This was a Fibonacci. This was a Fibonacci. This was a Fibonacci. The only thing that was not a Fibonacci was when we rolled over into the close. And we roll over into the close after the bulls have to throw in the towel. This fib, and this fib on the bull side have to throw in the towel, because once we start coming back down here, the stops start getting flushed out. And that's why I don't like playing the close, because it's not predictable. It's most of a fear and a greed thing that happens into the close. Right? There we go. Let's move on. Snap. All right. So back to the daily. So I'm going to move a little bit quicker here. I already wasted 20 minutes here on one name. So let's keep it rolling. So we're going to hit the market replay here. Boom. So what do we have here? So we have a beautiful inside bar on Snap. And we can see that this is kind of like retesting this previous resistance here. So this was the previous all-time high. We gapped up, blah, 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 came down and testing it. So that's naturally going to be an area where people are watching for support. So very simple, right? And then here we go. So we have the inside close. We know option premiums are getting hit a little bit. And then let us go into the price action. So the first candle, boom. Okay. So right here we have an outside, not an outside bar, just the first bar is a doji, right? And then we can just take it from the low to the high like this. And let's just start seeing where we're at. So you can already see 618 fills right there, right? Boom, there we go. So that's already a winner. Okay, if you're playing the previous day's range, 618 fill, already traded to the 236 extension, boom, boom, good money. Like that's good money. Like that's how some of these bots trade, guys. They trade in a way, oh shit. They trade in a way where, you know, it's just in and out. It's in and out. You don't need huge moves, right? A lot of these traders, and algorithms, that's what they do. They take high probability plays. And then look, right after we have that measured move there, we start to sell off because it's just a dump, right? Then we be patient, waiting. We retest the 618 again. Like, look at this. Like, is it a magic? Is it magic? Hit me with a 1 if it's magic. Like, why do you think there were philosophers and great people that studied Fibonacci? It's natural. If you have to take anything from a human side, psychological side, there will be patterns. If you have to program a computer, there will be patterns. There will be logical sequences. Fibonacci, that's everything. It's how the whole world is built. Everything is a Fibonacci. Every single thing is a Fibonacci. Every single thing. So there we go. Boom, retest the 618. Okay, calm down a little bit. Like, but look, these are all scalps. Scalp 618, scalp 618. It's all like scalp, bam, bam, bam. And then guess what? Inside bar. Now we have the fractal trading coming in. We have an inside bar on the daily. We have an inside bar on the 5 minute. Let's go to the alerts. All right. So there we go. Snap, inside bar, 10-10. So there we go. There's our bar. We get the alert. Then take the break of that bar right there. Boom. Okay. Stop either at the low of the day or on the bar itself, right? Or we can use this wick. So there's multiple ways to stop. And there we go. That's a winner right there, guys. That's 1.5 to 1, maybe 2 times right there. Easy. And then that's pretty much what I would be looking for. After 10:30 there, I'm pretty much done. Just looking for those good plays, right? And you can see here that inside bar, guys, was a lot more than that. So you take your first 1.5, 2 times, you scale out, put the stop loss to break even, let it go. Like, this is just phenomenal. Like, this value is phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. Look at this. Boom, we break the trigger. But you see, by the time we get to the trigger, guys, the move already happened, right? So sometimes I don't want to take the trigger if the move already happened. You know what I mean? That's why I like drilling down. That's why I created the drill down method. I want to drill down, guys. I want to drill into the play. And if you take that opening range breakout up here, also, guys, as long as you keep your stop below the low of the day, you sit through it, take a little bit of pain, but that's what you have to have a plan for, right? You got to have a plan for that. So very clean on Snap. I think it was very reasonable. Opening range breakout, inside bar, good winners, very, very good winners, guys. That's all we can ask for. We just want an opportunity to come to the market and to trade with an edge. That's all we want. And sometimes we're going to get beat up. We get beat up. That's okay. We cut our losses. We come back the next day, right? That's the attitude I want you guys to have. Please, guys, please. I'd want you to think of this as a business. This is not the casino. This is not entertainment. This is not gambling. This is a business. So put the right effort, put the right mind into it. Don't try something for one day and then give up, right? Don't do it. Don't try something for one day and then jump to the next thing. Don't. Give it some time. Put some effort into it, all right? Hit me with the 3 if we're okay on Snap. And then we will move on to Square. Hit me with the 3. Boom, boom, boom. Good. All right. So here we're going to go. We're going to hit the replay. We'll talk about it again. Basically the same setup as Snap. Very similar, right? Previous high over here, broke out, retest. This one was not exactly lining up with the previous all-time high, but still, a nice break and retest right there, right? And from a daily chart, this is probably sitting on a Fibonacci as well, right around between the 618 and 786. So sitting right there. So, definitely some action here. And that, look at the last Holy Grail. So we had this Holy Grail, that was a beautiful short. We had this inside bar, that was a beautiful short, right? So we're just looking for some type of edge, right? That's all we're looking for. So here we go. Boom, first bar, trigger. So there's the trigger right there, clean break. I like that. It's power, right? Boom, there we go, 1-to-1. So you got your 1-to-1 right there. You could pay the bills off of that, put the stop to break even, and then that's it, right? That's it. So that's an example there, guys, right? A lot of false breakouts. So for my reversal traders, what do? We take the range of the previous day, low to high right here, coming in right on the 272, guys. We could see the long wick, right? You could see the wick. There, the wick is telling you that somebody started shorting right there, okay? And I bet you if we go down to a 3-minute chart, we can see more detail. See? If we go down to the 3-minute chart here, we actually had better entry right there. The first 3-minute candle opening range breakout was good money. And then the next 3-minute candle right there was a beautiful inverted hammer right there. So that's why I show you guys 5-minute and 3-minute. I want you guys to go out there, experiment, learn, practice, assimilate, and find your way in trading, right? Find your way. Okay. So there we go. So we did actually come back down. So we had 2 nice inside bars here. We had the first one here, 955. This is good money right here, guys. That's a 1-to-1 taking it down, right? And then right here, taking it on the way back up. That's another 1-to-1. Let's see if there was more, right? And then we kind of chopped around. And that's what we expect going into later in the afternoon, just kind of chopping around. We had 2 good pushes. We had some nice fibs there. Boom, 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 right? And then let's just make sure the alerts came through. Square inside bar, beautiful. Okay, so clean. Not huge home runs, sometimes that's not going to happen, guys. That's why I always say start scaling out, start getting the habit of managing your risk. That's your job. No one can do that for you. Manage your risk. That's what traders do. We manage risk. So just to show some Fibonacci legs here, we had the first high to low, boom. You could see a beautiful 786 pop. That's a scalp. Remove that one. Then we can draw the opposing that we looked at. Okay, here's the opposing. Very beautiful opposing. Traded, pull back into the 382 and then traded to the 272. And then we can look at the full range right here. This one was really, really nice because look at this. One time 786 rejection. We retested it later in the day and then we rolled over into the close. So you could see today we had a lot of opposing leg 786 rejections. 786 rejection is very nice because it gives you great risk to reward. And guess what? Look what's here waiting for you at the 786. It doesn't get any better than that. At the 786, you have the inside bar. You come here, boom, 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 square inside bar, right here, guys. It's here for you. I mean, it's just amazing. It's exceptional. You catch one of these guys. Look, if you risk off of this bar here, just imagine what that return is. Let's say we risk this bar. Okay, risk this bar into the close. That's a home run. That's 11x. That's 11x, right? So 11 times, guys, you take that one time in the week and you're good for the rest of the month, right? You're good for the rest of the month. Beautiful. All right. So hit me with the 5 if we're okay with square, and then we will move on. Okay, see the 5s. And guys, I really appreciate you guys being here, man. Thanks for being flexible. Sometimes I try to do it early. Sometimes I get burnt out. Sometimes I try to do it later. you know, it's rough. It's rough. It's rough. I'm a very, very busy, very, very packed person. So I just want to appreciate you guys for showing up. I know a lot of you guys take time to, you know, put aside time to watch my stream. So thank you. Okay. Appreciate that. All right. So now Upstart was probably the easiest bullish play today. So this was one that just kind of ripped. And here we go, guys. And let's look at this chart. You know, I don't always talk about what I do behind the scenes, but this is the type of stuff that I look at behind the scenes before I give you guys the picks. Before I give you guys the picks, I do some due diligence. So here we go. Upstart. Okay. So Upstart right here, guys. We were just at new all-time highs the previous day. All right. And then we had an inside bar right here. So when I'm looking at this chart, guys, I'm seeing this. I'm looking at this chart. Man, this thing is bullish as hell. The market, it can do whatever it wants to do, but this name wants to make new highs. If we can get going, if we can start triggering levels, we can get going. And then guess what? There's no resistance above. And this chart, there's nothing above. So these are the type of things that I look at to try to get you guys an edge before the day starts, before the next day starts. These are the type of things that I think about. Well, if we get going here, can we go? And in this case, definitely, I strongly believe if the market didn't sell off like it did at the end of the day, this thing would have went even higher. I really believe it. But anyways, let's look into the chart. Let's drill in. So there we go. First 5-minute bar. All right. So that's a clean trigger break right there, right? Here's the level. We break it. Boom. We also have the opening range breakout break right there. Okay. And now let's look for the reversal traders. Like I personally wouldn't want to be trading reversal on something like Upstart based on looking at the chart. I wouldn't, but you guys could definitely do that. If you are that type of trader, that's totally fine. You can make a lot of money doing that, but you know, you have to find your edge and what you're comfortable with. So you can see right here, again, we had the same pattern in a lot of stocks today. We came up to the extensions and we put in this doji or this inverted hammer and we sold off, right? And some we sold off into the close, but you'll see here with this one, we kind of just survived. So what we can do here is, what I want to do here is just draw the morning leg, that first push, right? So we had the first push in 10 minutes. So when we have that first push in 10 minutes, we can look for these Fibonacci's on the way down to be support. So there we go. We tag the 786 one time. We tag the 786 one time, and what happens? Gone. See that? That's why I do what I do. So there we go. Boom. We got the super sticker from my brother TK with the $3. We got the fist bump. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. So that's going to be contributed to the Starbucks fund. You know, we got to get some Starbucks coffee to keep us alive. So there we go. So we got the low to the high, 786. Like 786 was the theme of today, guys. 786 Fibonacci was the theme of today. Just algos firing on that. And that might be the theme of the market for a while. So that's, you got to pay attention. You have to understand Fibonacci's are cyclical. Sometimes it's a 618, sometimes it's 786. When the market is really bullish, it's the 50, only the 50. We're only going to tag the 50. That's it. We're never going to come back lower. So you got to adapt, and you also have to figure out. That's why I like using a scaling in approach. You scale into the play, hit it in all the fibs, right? So there we go. 786 to 272 extension doesn't get any cleaner than that. Let's try this here from a risk to reward. Fill on the 786, stop below the swing low right there. Take it to the 272. Beautiful, right? That's big money, almost 5 times your money right there. So beautiful. And then there we go. So that was it pretty much. We had the opening range breakout. We had the trigger. You just had to hang on to this for a little bit. Then the pullback to the 786. And then we kept grinding and grinding and grinding higher. And then while the market started to sell off, right? Eventually, these names are going to have to pull down a little bit as well, because that's just how the index work in a lot of stocks, right? That's how the index works. But I definitely like, this is what I was saying, right? Is if we go back to the chart and now we see what happened, right? So we were thinking, okay, we get some momentum, we can break these 2 points. And that's what we did, right? That's our goal. Break this point, then break this point here. make some money, and then cover what we can and try to keep some if we can. If we can't keep any, that's fine, right? But we got to position ourselves to try. All right. So there we go. So that was Microsoft, Snap, Square, Upstart. In terms of fading, what I really want to focus on is the Fibonacci, using the extensions from the previous day, also using the opposing leg, which I talk about a lot in my book. Okay, guys. So there we go. So I really hope you learned something here. I appreciate your time as always. Like I said, hit me with a 5 if you're happy with the stream and you learned something. Hit me with a 5. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you. And I just promised a few people in my room that I would do a little bit of like walkthrough for them on the Discord. I have a lot of new people joining, and I just wanted to make sure that I share, I show everybody where everything's at. Okay, so this is also for free members. Anyone can go and access the education section. So in the education section, free indicators and more, this is where you want to be for as a free member. You get my free indicators there. Just add it to your chart. Holy Grail for TOS. Here's a YouTube video on how to trade inside and outside bars. So for my free members, there you go. Okay. For the paid members here, we have the upgraded version of my indicator. The only difference is it has double inside bar, triple inside bar, and it also has alerts that can go to your phone, right? So that's the only difference there. And then we have some more training videos. Guys, like come to the Discord and watch everything. It's here. Like I can't explain to every single person that DMs me, but I try my best. I promise you I try my best, but sometimes I just can't do it. So come here and check out all of those resources, okay? Then for the members here, we have the lounge. You come in here, whatever, you talk, you hang out. Here are the spy bot alerts. So this is inside bars on the 5, 15, 30, and hourly. It's coming through, okay? All day long when they set up. Daily option picks. These are the picks that I put the night before. Here we come with the alerts and the inside bars. And here are the alerts for the swing trading room. Okay. Then the last one that I have is the futures bot alert for people that are like not in the standard time zones, for my friends in Singapore, Malaysia, etc. So if you're trading futures, I have the 15-minute inside bars automatically filling through. All right. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about that because I get a lot of questions and I just cannot respond to everyone anymore. But I try my best, and I hope that most people can see the video, and that will help clear up a few questions. Okay, so there we go. So that's it. Thank you again. I appreciate you guys, and let's just try to keep going and keep pushing. Like the market is definitely changing, but it comes down to us as traders to manage our risk and to follow a sustainable approach and to actually make sure that we don't blow up our account. When times are tough, you want to make sure that you do not blow up your account. That's what we can do as traders. All right. So that's it for me. Thank you very much for your time. Have a good night and hope you guys, I wish you guys green tomorrow. Okay. Take care.